This is Jay Teaches Reading for All, Lesson 10, and I jetted my way over to Lesson 10, which is, of course, introducing the letter J, my favorite lesson. Students, let's review the sounds of the letters, short A first. A, apple. N, nut. B, bat. C, cap. D, donut. E, egg. F, flag. G, gun. H, house. I, Indian. Now we're going to review words in the last two lessons. We'll begin with the words in lesson 8. And students, try to say these before I do. Add, had, and, hand, egg, hag, and hen. Teachers, if you think students need more practice, just use the pause button and give them some more practice on these. Now we're going to the words in lesson 9, and I think you can see all those. Students, say these before I do. If, in, thin, in, bin, in, din. Hopefully students are getting down pat the difference between the b, which is the bat first, then the ball, and the d, donut, which is the donut first. Okay. Now this word. Id, hid, id, did, down here, id, bid, fib, bib. I forgot to mention this one when we went through lesson 9. Bib, the student might not know what that is, but it can be easily explained. If there are any babies in the house, they know. Next one. Big, big. Dig, dig, fig. So we've got groups here that rhyme. We've got in, fin, bin, din. Then we've got hid, did, bid. Then we've got fib and bib. And then big, dig, fig. So teachers, if students need more practice, use the pause button and give them more practice on these words. Okay, now we're going to review the true and false. And we'll start in lesson 9. I think all of those are visible. Have the students read to you, and help is needed. Use pause. Lesson 8, true and false. Have the students read these to you. Use pause. And now we go to lesson 10. And the letter J, which is J. The formation of the J, pretty easy. Capital J is just one big fish hook. The small j is a slightly smaller version. It's starting in the middle of the 3 lines. If you've got a book or piece of paper that's got the 3 lines, you make the smaller fish hook down below the line and put a dot on top of that smaller fish hook. Students that are doing this should practice the J sound after each one until, teachers, you are satisfied that they know that sound. So use pause. Now we're going to read the new words. Here we go. J, an, Jan. J, ed, Jed. J, F, Jeff. J, eb, Jeb. J, n, Jen. J, ab, Jab. J, if, Jiff. Now we've got 2 girls' names. Jan, short for Janet. Jen, short for Jenny. There could be other possibilities there, but they're girls' names. And we've got 3 boys' names. Jed, Jeff, Jeb. Jab is a short poke. You could demonstrate with a pencil or finger or a fist. Do not use a human subject in the demonstration. A pillow would be best, probably. And Jif is a company that makes peanut butter. Okay, so teachers, have the students read these to you, and help is needed. Use pause. Now we're going to have the student write these and then read them. This is optional. You may not think your student needs that they've got this, but if they do need more practice, this is a big help in imprinting these words in their mind. So if you're going to do this, use pause and go right ahead. All right, now we're going to the spelling test. And for this test, I've underlined 4 words if you want to shorten it. And these 4 words have the vowels A, E, and I in them. So they're, just a sampling. If you do want to shorten, you can do that. Those that are using the cutouts, you got about 10 letters to get out. I mean, you're going to need the small j, the capital J, the A, the N, the E, the D, the I, 2 F's, and a B. So you got your work cut out for you, just getting those little cutouts for the student. All right, use pause and take care of the spelling teachers. Now we'll go to the true and false. Have the students read these twice. Second time, have them give you the reason for their true and false answer. Use pause. My answers: number 1, Jan and Jen can gab. Yes, they can. Number 2, Jeff and Jeb can end a fib. Well, students might put a false for this because it's an unusual phrase, end a fib, and not stop fibbing or something like that. Would be more normal, but it is possible that they could stop their lie, and it has an end to it. So, I mean, it is possible, but the student may not understand that phrase, end a fib, and so they might put false. Number 3, I hid Ben in a big bag. Depending on how big Ben is, would depend on how big that bag would have to be. And some students might think, well, they've never seen a bag big enough to put a person in, so they would put false, and others would imagine it could be true. So either one is a possibility. Number 4, Jed can bend a fan. Well, if Jed is a big, strong guy, he could, even if it's a metal fan. Even if he's not a big, strong guy, if the fan is kind of flimsy, made out of very lightweight plastic, for example, or maybe it's just a paper fan, then it is possible. So, it could go either way depending on the student's reasoning. Okay, so the next lesson is lesson 11. It is the K lesson. K makes the K sound, as in kite. Well, as I mentioned, I flew into this lesson on a jet. I'll try flying into the next lesson on a kite. It will be slower. Hope the wind is blowing in the right direction. See you there.